Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. We are in episode 9 of our Pokemon room collection tours, where we show off some of the coolest Pokemon collections, mostly submitted by you guys. Kicking off the episode, I am very excited to show off Falcon Gaming's Pokemon collection. Has actually got a whole Pokemon room. So Falcon Gaming does also have quite a few different social media, so I will link his YouTube channel down below if you want to go check him out, and his Instagram. But this room is just chock full of Pokemon card boxes, Pokemon memorabilia. It's his streaming setup. This is where he builds content and just overall has a fantastic time is what it looks like. Behind the desk, we've got a bunch of cube shelves, which are always good to show off just like groupings of various products, where he's got maybe some like Charizard themed things, he's got some Mew themed things, maybe some 151, just some various things all grouped together, which looks really good. Actually, I'm a little bit jealous on how organized some of these cubes look. Up on the top of this shelf though, we have a ton of boxes. We've got one of the Kanto Powers Evolutions boxes up there with Pidgeot and Dragonite. I see some Pikachu and Eevee in there in the middle, up on top of that Celebrations Gigantamax Pikachu box. I even see a Serena box over there on the right hand side. Taking a closer look at some of those tins, we've got tins from all sorts of different generations. I immediately see some Hidden Fates in there. We've got some old black and white looking stuff mixed in with some Pokemon Go, some Sun and Moon era stuff. Like, we've got a really solid collection of tins up above here with some, honestly, some fan favorite Pokemon, at least for me anyways. Going over to the right of that shelf though, taking a look at this tower of ETBs. Looks like he's using the old Target cereal container trick to protect those things, which is a solid move. But again, we've got ETBs from all sorts of generations here. We've got some Forbidden Light in there. We've got Unified Minds, Sword and Shield, Darkness Ablaze. We've got 151, even a Shining Legends in there, which I'm pretty stoked that you have that one. That's a great looking one. Just an amazing collection of ETBs there. Moving over to the right of that, you can still see some of those ETBs in there. They got a hat collection, some more tins. These are the more like rectangle shape ones, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what shape to call those ones, but still, we've got some tag team tins in there, which were some of my favorites, and just more and more Pokemon promo collection boxes in there. This man's collection has got to be worth tens of thousands of dollars just on some of these boxes alone. Also, love to see a Super Saiyan Goku hanging on there over to the right. Continuing our way around the room, we've got the TV section where we can obviously see where he's playing some video games there. On the left though, we've got some more Pokemon card collections and that Pokemon Monopoly, which is pretty cool. Got some more booster boxes here, and we do have some classic consoles there. I for sure see that Super Nintendo in there. Seeing that's that Super Game Boy. And we've got the Switch off to the right there. Further down on the right, we have some of these legendary collections on there, as well as some of the Hidden Fate boxes, which is really cool to see that shiny Zoroark box. And again, just a stacked shelf full of promo boxes. Again, like that shelf alone has got to be worth at least a couple grand. And then in this photo, we do have a better look at some of the booster boxes that Falcon Gaming does have sealed up in his collection. We've got some Fates Collide, which was a great set, some Breakthrough, Roaring Skies, Evolutions, you love to see it. A bunch of different sets from XY, which we don't really like see anymore. So amazing collection. Seriously, this collection is probably worth a lot. So Falcon Gaming, thank you so much for sending these over to me. Again, if you want to check out his channel or anything else he's doing, I've got you down in the description. Go ahead and click those and you can check him out. Next up in the video, we have Daniel, who sent over some amazing photos of his Glaceon collection. As of now, he has every Glaceon card, which is very impressive. I love to see stuff like this because I'm trying to do the same thing for Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. So my man, here we go with some like daylight photos. He was kind enough to expose his cards to some UV rays just a little bit through the window, but he's got the Glaceon figures, he's got Glaceon Funko Pops in there, even has some of those Jazzwares down on the bottom. Looks like he has been hunting the Glaceons that are all in slabs, coming in at a mint 9 for the most part, which honestly is a good compromise between like a 10 just for pricing and affordability. These still look amazing, you know, and some of these cards I haven't even seen before, haven't gone that far back and looked. And some of these cards, not very common, so love to see just how the collection has evolved. He's been keeping me updated since I've been a little bit slow on getting the video out. On another shelf, we still have some Eevees being represented there with that Vaporeon. Also has the old Burger King gold Poliwhirl in there, keeping the good vibes with a good selection of Pokemon there. We got that Quartz, I think. Is that Quartz on the shelf right there? When it is time, Daniel likes to set the mood with some RGB lighting in his room. So, of course, Glaceon, we gotta go with the nice cool blue tones. So I love like especially the light coming through the clear plastic of the slabs. That looks really cool. Upon not intentional, but I'll take it. So Daniel, I just love seeing what you've been able to do with the collection so far, especially in the amount of time that we've been kind of chatting a little bit back and forth. The collection is coming along very well, and again, I love the RGB lighting. Of course, I love lighting, and I love seeing how you've tastefully incorporated it into your collection. Next up, we have Gary Mr. Cool over on Reddit, who has this modest little collection. It's very clean though. Gary has quite a few different interests here that are all kind of mixed together with sports and Marvel and a couple other different fandoms. Of course, we've got the Pokemon sign, which is maybe need a little bit of work on that accent mark, but we've got Pokeball tins across the top holding it down. We've got an old Game Boy Color satchel, side pouch, carrying case. We'll go with carrying case. Also has a couple graded cards in there with some Pikachu figures, some opened ETBs, I'm assuming for storage there. Also has some nice 3D printed card displays for the shelf. Big fan of seeing that Charizard X Cloak Pikachu also with the Squishmallows and a couple other figures there that also look like they were 3D printed. On another piece of the house, we've got some floating shelves with some boxes which look like he's trying to keep them sealed, at least for now, along with some mini tins in there and a cute little Charmander on the wall. Below that, we have some other ETBs that are sealed. And again, we see the Target cereal containers protecting those ETBs. I do wish, you know, you're able to get them up off the ground, maybe a few inches, but hopefully you're on the top floor or something in your house, so you don't have to worry about any water damage potential. And that Mewtwo, we gotta let that Mewtwo breathe, man. We gotta get it out from behind those shelves. On the top part of that shelf, though, we do have some Silver Tempest ETBs, which I really loved. I think Alolan Vulpix is a great Pokemon. And we have a Game Boy Color holding it down there in the middle with the 25th anniversary album in there. And I believe that's maybe the Target red Game Boy Advance SP up there next to that Crown Zenith ETB. I could be wrong, I don't know. But it's red, so maybe. Or maybe it was the Groudon one, I don't know. Across another wall in the room, he's got some very subtle shelves that he can put some of his sleeved cards within, which looks like he's got quite a few of these that are signed actually, so that's really cool to see. Has some different promo cards in here. So we've got the Rainbow Gigantamax Pikachu in there. We've got the Van Gogh Pikachu, as well as some of the gold cards amongst many others, like that playing card of Machamp, which is really cool, always cool to see, which looks like he is collecting quite a few different Machamp cards, which, I mean, Machamp's pretty cool. It's like an OG, especially in the TCG. So Gary Mr. Cool, that is actually a very cool collection. And then wrapping up the episode, we've got Luis. And Luis, again, thank you for your patience on this, and thank you for all the updates on your collection. This one's cool, so buckle up. Here we go with Luis's collection. Recently has fully completed all of the Pokemon video games. He's got a massive tribute here to all of them. He's got them all laid out, starting all the way from Gen 1. We've got Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, the DS, Wii, you name it, it's in here. This is one heck of a collection, man. We've got boxes also. That's super hard to do. Along the sides also, we've got different Game Boys that are all Pokemon related, different Switches. This is just, it's a comprehensive full list. I'm super jealous also near the bottom. We've got the gold cases for Sword and Shield, which are super cool looking, and the additional flex with the 2 Switch OLEDs for Scarlet and Violet. You always gotta have one in box and one to play with, right? So just a very impressive video game collection. And he also has some additional photos here for me that he sent over, where his big pride and joy of the collection is this Pokemon Emerald collection here. We've got the box, which is in fantastic condition. We've got the player's guide again, which, I mean, I just got this photo here, maybe some light wear and tear on there, but considering this thing's like 20 years old, this is very good condition there. He also has this tin box that was given to you when you pre-ordered Pokemon Emerald, which is super cool. Honestly, I didn't even know that existed. Inside the tin, you just have some more promotional materials for the official Frontier Battle Pass, as you can see in the photo. So just super cool, because that's like, seriously, that's something that I didn't even know existed prior. And I just know Pokemon Emerald is just such a coveted item. Like, very impressive that Luis has all that stuff. So thank you guys, all of you who submitted items over to me through my email. If you want to be a part of one of these videos, make sure email me here, pokeroomtour@gmail.com. Once we compile enough of them, try to get them all into the video. Additionally, you can post up on Reddit in the various Pokemon collection subreddits, trying to keep an eye on those periodically to kind of bolster some of the content in here. But let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments. We've got multiple people here. Let me know which one was your favorite. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.